Adam Savage here from Tested, and I want to talk to you today about hearing loss. I have been pretty open about my hearing loss over the years, but just to reiterate, I have a congenital birth defect in my eustachian tubes that mean ultimately that I have hearing loss across the board. It's not the explosions, it is a congenital condition. And in fact, I've had it operated on 2 or 3 times on the left ear. I've had the ossicular chain, that's the hammer anvil stirrup, rebuilt twice and a new eardrum grown across, and now this is my good ear. But the fact is, about 10 years ago, after a lot of saying, "What?" to my wife, I went to the ear doctor and found out that I did in fact have hearing loss, and I got my first pair of hearing aids. It was about a dozen years ago. And they freaking changed my life. They radically improved all of my relationships. They improved my mood when I was going out. They improved my desire to go do things seriously. That's how sort of much hearing loss can sequester you away from the world. I didn't even realize. About a week after I got them, my wife asked me why I seemed to be sneaking around the house like a ninja. And I realized it's because I didn't realize until I was wearing hearing aids just how noisy I was when I was walking around the house. I was like one of those men who walks around like that. It was terrible. So, hearing aids have been a major improvement for me. And I upgrade in general about every 4 or 5 years, and I have just done that. I have a new pair of Widex hearing aids, and they are fantastic. In fact, every single time I've upgraded, the difference between the new state-of-the-art and what I had before is like a sea change. These ones are not only much clearer, give me a much wider sonic range, music sounds better, they also talk to my phone. And they'll talk to yours too, whether you're iOS or Android. There's tons of inroads being made right now so that when I go into a sonically toxic environment, like a bar or a restaurant, which is really the most difficult for any of us with hearing loss, I can pull out the app, lets me adjust the left and right balance, the high end, the low end. We're all missing different parts of our hearing. Most hearing loss is the high end. That's what gets lost. For me, it's actually most of the low end that I've lost, which is harder for hearing aids to replicate. However, when I'm sitting there in a bar, I can A/B test different sonic environments to choose and refine the best one for me, being able to hear the person in front of me. In fact, I can even use my phone as a remote microphone and place it across the table if I'm having trouble hearing someone. Yeah, it's like science fiction. It is very cool. The fact is, pulling that trigger is one of the best things I've ever done. Getting hearing aids was, like I said, a huge improvement in my life. And I also felt the stigma of, it felt like I was getting old to go do that. If that stigma of feeling like getting hearing aids means you're old is keeping you from visiting the audiologist, I'm just going to say this one thing. No one who ever put in hearing aids thought to themselves, well, that was a mistake. That's just not something that happens. You will not regret taking the leap and taking the step. It has improved every aspect of my life. And now I can actually listen to music and podcasts and take phone calls on my hearing aids, which has freaked people out in different situations because they can't hear who I'm talking to, and they wonder how I'm able to actually speak. It does feel a little bit like the future. So go get yourself tested. If you think you have hearing loss, you very likely do. Get tested, get some hearing aids, and enjoy a new life where you can actually hear people talking.